Welcome to Sins of Solar Empire, one of my favorite games ever, to deal with space exploration and space in general. Today we shall be doing a tiny match against a hard AI on, well, tiny random map sort of generator. And I'm pretty much just going to have this as a little series that appears every once in a while, but I'm going to just play with friends, play by myself, just play against AI, whatever. And Sins of Solar Empire, it's going to be updated once in a while sort of thing. Because I really enjoy this game, and I hope you guys do too. So first fin, I always do. So I always get rid of one of the starting, like, fabricators. And then I go for a couple cobalts. And also, I build the Archon because it allows you to colonize, like, from this capital ship without having the need for a tiny little Protov colony frigates, and I just think it's worthwhile to use it. And then, after that, I'm pretty much just going to invest a little bit in planet development.
Reporting for duty.
Sort of thing. Until we get our troops up and up. Like, not our troops, but our fleet up and about. We also start with two
Point me in the right direction.
of these scout frigates, which is useful. And did we start off with this, or did I build that? I can't remember. And in diplomacy, we're just against one faction, who are the Visari, which are like an alien race who have just arrived in this system or this section of space, whereas I'm playing as the Tech, who are pretty much humans.
Reporting for duty.
Well, they might as well be humans, with the way they look and the way they talk.
Planet development finished.
Also, pirates active, so I gotta watch out every once in a while. Just make sure that I'm not the one that's a target of the pirates, because the pirates are pretty powerful early game, because they start like they have a level sort of difficulty curve where they start off really tough, but the later and later the game goes, eventually they become so inconsequent. Like, they're pretty much not that difficult by the end of the game because they do not have access to capital ships like the Visari, the Advent, and the Tech do. Did I not build? Oh, it's Civic Station. Okay. I've forgotten already which one I had built. Now, any sort of upgrades is like a very bad tutorial, but it's also semi-tutorial like. Any sort of upgrade in this game that lowers production cost or lowers construction cost is something that you want to get right off the bat, so you get its benefits for the rest of the game, sort of thing.
Where do you need me? A sound plan.
There we go. Now we've got one fleet. I also have it set up so that no matter what ship is built, it should automatically join this fleet if it's in the same planetary gravity well. So say it's within Zenbai when it's constructed and the fleet's also there at the same time, then they will both just join each other, sort of thing.
Scouts have found a colonized
Normally
planet.
Normally matches in this game last up to about 2 to 3 hours on the bigger maps, and even longer if you're not, like if you're very turtle-like and passive like I am. But on a tiny map, it should only take about half an hour to an hour at most.
Secure the passengers.
And we're just going to take in as many plants as we can before we run into contact with the, not quite enemy, but opposing faction. Let's build a couple Gauss turrets just to defend what we have in space. And save money for now. Got a gas giant ice world. There's a star. Normally a pirate base is located next to a star, so always got to watch out if you're trying to explore it, I guess, that you come in from the right direction, or else you get sniped by pirates, I suppose would be the term you want to use.
Research complete.
You always want to get colonized first if you're playing as Tech and get the Akin battle cruiser. Now you gotta watch out.
Can I be of service?
This is a siege frigate, which means that it's automatically gonna turn around and start blasting down on my planet.
More crystal is needed.
The less time that's happening for, the better, because it's gonna make the planet a lot more expensive if it has lower population. Also easier to lose if it has lower health. So you just gotta make sure you upgrade it as often and as soon as possible. And just always build extractors also. There goes that.
Where do you need
So now you guys gonna move on to the Severgrove
underway.
planet. We just need to secure as many as possible, so because once they're ours, they're gonna be easy to reinforce and everything.
Structure complete.
Probably reinforce the fleet
Structure
soon,
complete.
but not at this moment. Gonna get some of the upgrades for health, and then gonna get upgrades
Planet
for laser
development
damage
finished.
afterwards.
Scouts have found
There's
a
the pirate
colonizable
base,
planet.
which you can kind of see. They don't get much more than this, it's just that they increase in number. So, early game they're very dangerous, but the later and later the game goes, sort of they become easier and easier because they don't ever really advance at all.
Structure complete.
You just have to watch out for their minefields also. There he goes. And you're
What do
going
you
the
need
same
to
way.
know? I'm already
Can
there.
you just not do that? I don't
I'll
want to lose
find a
both my
way.
scout frigates at once. Okay, so this planet just need one more upgrade of civilian infrastructure. Should be making a profit off of it. Yep, point 2 is pretty great.
Research complete.
Once we get the upgrade for civilian infrastructure, increases the population. I believe it increases about 0.8 points of tax or credit income per turn. Per second. And it's just better in the long run. So you get a planet, you quickly want to upgrade civilian infrastructure, and exploring a planet, which is what I kind of focused on, is not as important. It just helps out if you find like rare artifacts on the planet. They're pretty useful because they provide extreme bonuses to like laser damage or armor, defense, health, sort of thing. And well, we just discovered the enemy AI's scout ship. They get the Jakara Navigator. It looks like
Where do you need me?
the enemy are I call them enemies. Green is our enemy, but like that's the AI faction, whereas these guys with the gray banner or the gray color and then this sort of banner are enemies because they're independent worlds who are trying to defend themselves
How
against
can I be
us.
of
Sort of
service?
thing. So we need to make sure we get rid of them so we can take the planet safely.
Our fleet is under attack.
The fleet is under attack, of course.
Planet development
Um,
finished.
I'm gonna hold off on building any more ships for the moment, just let our resources build up. I mean, 5 kobolds in a capital should be enough to take on whatever independence there are, except if we were to go to like the ice planet would probably be a bit difficult. Desert planets definitely, because they're very close to being lifelike for humans, which means they're a lot easier to colonize and
Scouts have
make
found
money
a
off them.
colonizable planet.
So we're gonna have a big garrison. Like they have a Kodiak heavy cruiser, which is I wouldn't say it's the best heavy cruiser for the 3 factions in the game, but it's well, actually it's one of the worst, but it's still pretty powerful and can actually take out almost all our kobolds if we're not careful. Our battle cruiser would be fine, but if swarmed, it will fall
A
too.
new colony has
There
been
we go.
founded.
So we just
More
increase the
crystal
tax
is
income
needed.
and get the never metal instructor up and going, and probably just build one of the labs here. Normally I try and rush for. Let me find it again. Normally it's a good idea to try and get orbital commerce so it's equivalent on the other factions because it allows you to build the trade ports, which, as you can read in the description in the bottom right, it grants access, allows increased trade, credit income through trade traffic between planets. So it provides a bonus to your income on already existing planets, and it's just
Scouts
a very
have found
useful thing to
colonizable
have.
planet.
But in order to get that, we're going to need a couple civic stations.
Reporting in.
So we can't use the gas giant. We're probably just going to
Ahead
go for
slow.
that asteroid over here. So, like you can see, hovering over it has the industrial wasteland modifier on it, which means cultural spread, which you can spread your own culture, it can
Structure complete.
make revolts happen on other worlds in this game. It's red, so it's a 30%, trying to think of the word, deficiency, I guess, in cultural spread rate from this planet. But metal extraction and crystal extraction are 30% boosted, which is more than worth the trade-off. As long as,
All
yeah,
hands,
this is going to be a
prepare
good
for
crystal
phase
spot
jump.
for us, because as you can see, if we hover over our planets, we got 1 crystal asteroid, 1 crystal, and then none. So metal is always going to be easier to find than crystal on a whole within the game, but some planets only have crystal and
Scouts
some
have found a
planets only have
colonizable
metal.
planet.
The best planets have a mixture of both. I'm pretty sure if it's the enemy homeworld somewhere in one of
Phase
these 2
jump
worlds.
complete. Additional research required.
We just need to make sure we upgrade. Additional research required. Wait for that. You can also buy resources off the black market, but it's not the
All
best
hands,
option to do simply
prepare for
because
phase jump.
it, like as you can see, it changes so quickly. the prices for fins, so you can sell metal now for pretty high, and then give us enough time, it should start dropping again because the demand for metal has been met on the intergalactic market or whatever. And since we always have a pretty good increase in metal, we're always going to, not always, but we're going to sell it as often as we can so we can buy a bit more crystal, sort of thing.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
We're also going to explore these planets eventually. It's not a big priority simply because, well, it's not a guarantee we're actually going to get anything off those planets. And we also have a bit of an issue here.
Development finished.
Okay, they're still wanted by the pirates, but as you can see, the pirates can just jump from here, from their home base, to the star, and then they'll end up in our territory because of this one jump they can take to Demeter. Hope I pronounced that right. So that's kind of problematic for us, but we should be fine. There's the enemy homeworld, I assume. Yep. So they're quite some distance, it appears, unless you can jump between these two worlds. So they should be relatively...
All hands,
they should be easy to take out in the long run. I think tech gets really good upgrades to production, so we can just basically pump out the heavy cruisers and cobalt frigates as much as we want, and just destroy with numbers any other faction in the game. Well, the other factions have pretty good damage upgrades, and I believe the Advent get a massive bonus to research. So if that's your way of playing, slow and steady, then Advent might be best for you. But then again, every faction has its own way of playing, and some of them are interchangeable. Gonna need that. It's pretty much radar, but it allows us to see what's going on in these lanes. So say pirates start jumping from Tazard to Demeter, we'll just see a bunch of ships appear on this lane. Because without that upgrade, we can only see our own ships.
There is no further profit in
but once we get it, basic sidearm, we should be better off.
Analysts have found something interesting.
Expert metal miners, expert crystal miners. Unfortunately, the expert crystal miners will be of no use because there's no crystal deposits in orbit around this planet, but I mean, I appreciate the thought game. Just build a couple Gauss cannons just to make sure we don't lose these planets outright if they're attacked.
Additional research required.
Oh.
Reporting in.
Our ship leveled up. I'm gonna go for Iron Cannon, which disables enemy frigates, cruisers, and capital ships, I suppose. It just disables pretty much everything they can do, including movement, jumping out of the system, attacking. All they can do after they've been hit with an Ion Cannon is just float around, which I mean makes sense considering it's an Ion Cannon. So
how can I be of service?
Take that asteroid, and then we're gonna go for the ice planet of Merzjev. Not that good a pronunciation.
Research complete.
Also, probably just continue with the next upgrade of Explore Planet, just in case we do get something good.
Structure complete.
Let's take a look. Okay, good. We're earning quite a lot of money. Not money, everyone. Metal from Kasuga, and then crystal. We're kind of not a good production line set up yet, but soon enough it will be better.
A new colony has been
good.
founded.
We're still going for
reporting in,
so we don't have to worry too much about that. Always civilian. You pronounce it. Always civilian infrastructure first because it gives you the greatest increase credit income, and also increase the civilian regrow rate after the planet's been bombarded, so it goes from useless to making money again quite quickly. Let's take a look at what research we should do. Probably just going to go for more hull points, more laser damage, and as soon as I can I'm going to build a trade port.
Nothing of value has been found.
Let's acquire a couple more upgrades on some of the planets, and much more money than what we currently have.
Planet development finished.
So now we just wait. It's okay, looks like the market for metal just crashed. So that means, for those who know economic terms, it means that metal's going to be cheap to buy for the next little bit, because there's not as much
All
demand,
hands.
so I have to sell it for
Prepare
lower to
phase jump.
kind of artificially increase demand for it. And we should be fine. It's just 2 frigates, a flak frigate, which is going to pretty much destroy our bombers, but not much else, and then a siege frigate. So we should be fine after this
Phase
battle,
jump
but
complete.
after that
Research complete.
we can't really go after Aurelia simply because they got the missile frigates, they got the heavy cruisers, they got, well, I don't know, heavy cruiser and the missile frigate are kind of worrying, but everything else should be alright to face.
Intel reports an impending pirate raid.
I want to try and get these Javelin
Structure complete.
prototypes as soon as possible, because these are very good at taking out bigger ships, because they shoot rockets pretty much, and the rockets have a much higher chance of hitting, say, a capital ship than they do a frigate. And it's just a good long-range bombardment. And can we, yeah, we can. And I'm gonna build you so it's got enough crystal. There we go. Now, even if there's
Research
only
complete.
one in the Empire, they're still gonna produce a little bit of money. It's just, it's not gonna be as much as this if we had a trade route going from, say, Ishion to Zenbai to Demeter, and back to, like, say, Marjov and then north again. That would make us a lot of money because it's a straight line sort of trade route. We could get bonuses.
Pirate raiders are on the loose.
Pirates have been launched. They're going against us, which is not good news. We have to build a couple of cobalts. I'm gonna have to bring the fleet back as soon as we colonize this planet. Here goes one ship. We got 2 ships left.
Planet development.
We haven't
finished.
lost a ship, which is alright.
Reporting in.
Go and take that. And then as soon as we take Marjiev, we're gonna have to move all the way back up to
Reporting for
north
duty.
to Demeter, which I assume we're gonna take because it's the shortest route into our empire at the moment. How many cobalts do I have in production? 1 more, okay. As soon as both of them are done, they're gonna be sent off to Demeter. I'm just gonna a couple more in order just in case.
Reporting for duty.
Okay,
Where do you need
guys
me?
go north. You
Yes,
guys
sir.
wait a second.
Where
you guys
do
can
you need
colonize
me?
it. You have to wait a second till you regain the
Structure
antimatter
complete.
necessary. Okay, we're gonna
Reporting
get
for
a
duty.
trade station here. As you can see, point free income, and once we build the one at Ishion, it'll be increased because you see that white line that appears on the space lane? That means that there's a trade route.
Got a job for me?
Oh, of course there's going to be a trade
Reporting
route,
for
but it's a
duty.
trade route that makes sense within the game's logic to allow for increased income. And then if we say build a trade port down here, it would increase the white line to all the way down here. And it'll increase our trade income even more on that one trade route because it's so many destinations within an easy distance of each other. But actually, we could technically do a whole map like that, from Aurelia all the way to Kasuga and down to Jitka, because it's like a giant straight line in a sense. And oh, looks like the pirates are
How can I
actually
be of
going
service? We're
for
underway.
Eshion.
Yes, sir. Give the order.
Which is most definitely not good, because I have no Gauss cannon here yet.
Comsat has detected inbound hostiles.
Inbound hostiles.
Pirates are raiding one of our planets.
Fortunately, right now it's not that strong of a pirate raid. I mean, they have quite a few ships, but they get a lot stronger later game. But the ships themselves are kind of weak, so no big worry there. Looks like they're attacking my trade frigates. I don't appreciate that.
All hands, prepare for phase jump.
It's kind of funny, they're going to jump in behind us.
Our
And we got
backup is
Cobalt
joining
on the other
fight.
side of the gravity well who are going to come in to join the fight too.
Structure complete. Structure complete.
Very
How
good.
can I be of service?
I got the main fleet here. The most useful ship in the whole fleet is going to be this Archon battlecruiser because it has so much firepower. And it's going to
Comsat
kind
has
of save our
detected
bacon.
inbound hostiles.
If you hit tab, you can just rotate through selected ships. It helps if you want to make a
Sound
capital ship,
plan.
your
Pirates are
actual
raiding one of
fleet
our planets.
capital ship sort of thing. Otherwise, we'll just take a random ship from the selection to be leader. Okay, there goes one pirate vessel, but there's a bunch
Where
more
do
that
you
we're gonna have
need
to
me?
deal with. Laser upgrades. We need some more military labs. We get
Pirates are raiding one of our planets.
pirates, are they? Sometimes the guy announcing can be overwhelmingly obvious.
How can I be of
Just attack
service?
something like. Oh no! Trade ships under attack. Construction frigates are under attack. Everything's under attack.
Research complete.
Oh, good. The laser
Planet
amplification's done.
development finished.
Pretty soon we'll be able to build some of the missile frigates, which was always going to be nice. And I believe
There is no
we don't
further
even have the
profit in
technology
attacking
for
an
it yet.
empire.
No wonder we weren't able to colonize.
Structure complete. Structure complete.
As long as they don't actually bombard the planet anytime soon, we should be fine. Because, I mean, they destroyed stuff in orbit. Sorry about that. They destroyed stuff in orbit. We should be fine in the long run, still. Just want to make sure the pirates have the other faction as their primary target and not us. Because, I mean, we can deal with this. It's just kind of annoying and distracts us from our main mission. That's going to be useful.
Additional credits required. How can I be of service?
Attack everything in the
A
gravity
sound
well.
plan.
We're gonna need about two of
Research
those,
complete.
probably more.
How can I be of service?
Let's attack something. Oh no, the trade ships are continuously being destroyed.
All ordnance accounted for.
There's one of the
Call the
Javelins.
shot.
and the other one should be produced any second.
Research complete. All ordnance accounted for. Additional credits
More upgrades to
required.
lasers because most of the cobalt. Like,
Comsat has detected inbound hostiles.
what's going on here? Oh, wonderful. The Ever faction has made itself known.
Hostile forces have arrived.
How are we gonna go for the upgrade in fleet logistics? Because that way we can it'll increase our fleet supply, which is kind of again low. And also another thing about the pirate ships is that I think none of them actually have any shields,
Further profit in attacking
so
an empire.
they're kind of easy to defeat if you're able to put a lot of fire into them because they don't have any like shields recharge is basically rechargeable
Where's
health,
the target?
whereas hull points are not. And without the shield there, hull points are not going
Reporting
to.
in.
What am I saying? You guys already know. Shields, rechargeable health, hull points not.
Research complete. Call
Okay,
the shot.
you're getting a bit close.
Range locked in.
But yeah, rockets can do a lot of damage from great distances. Just if the enemy gets too close, then they're kind of screwed because the rockets will just sail off all over the place. And I want to also get the Peshron light carrier, so I get more ships of the tiny, like squadrons in a fleet. And then what I need to get trade port. Because right now you can see the trade port, it goes between here, 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 down to here. Then it'll continue to here, then to here. Basically, every single planet will be part of our trade network soon. Also need to get, I think,
Research
defense.
complete.
No, it's not. It's military. Gonna get the repair platform, because that is very useful for repairing
Research
hit points
complete.
on ships.
Planet development finished.
Good, planet development's finished. And it looks like enemy are here. No, it's just a scout. Con. There we go. Handed defenses are really useful because they spawn strike craft, which allow you to pretty much get rid of your Gauss cannons, because strike craft can strike anywhere within a gravity well. So they're very useful for hunting down ships who are trying to flee the zone. Whereas Gauss cannons are kind of stationary, and once the enemy flees, they can't really give chase at all.
Comsat has detected inbound hostiles. Our planet is under siege.
More hostiles. Yeah,
Additional
might as well explore
credits
this too.
required.
Okay, that cutthroat's almost gone.
Structure
Only a
complete.
couple of enemy pirate ships left. And then we shall return to our original goal of conquering this system. Diplomacy is not going to be that important in this game. But normally if you have other players,
There is no
it's
further
really
profit
useful
in
because it gives you
attacking an
big
empire.
relationship bonuses, allows you to form treaties like trade,
Structure
military
complete.
alliances. It's just all around good thing to have. But since
Structure complete.
I don't plan on doing that, it's just going to be like that.
Analysts have found something.
Ooh, more expert crystal miners. Can they actually be used on this planet? Yes, they can. That is good. Just gonna continue upgrading the facilities on this planet too. Make sure the bounty is kept up high on the enemies so pirates don't come and knocking on our door. And
Where do you
that
need
looks
me?
like all the enemies.
Ahead
So
slow.
you guys can return to the capital. We'll pick up some more cobalts. Did we actually lose any? No, we did not. I'll pick up more missile frigates. And then we'll send them off to this ice world, whose name I keep forgetting all the time. Here. Here's
Reporting for duty.
one of these. Because there's basically a
Nothing of
frontier
value
outpost
has
at
been
this point.
found. All hands, prepare for phase jump.
The only problem with, I said a little bit ago that we're upgrading fleet supply. The only issue with upgrading fleet supply is that it provides a 9% deficit to all resources production. So it's like, by that I mean it takes away pretty much 10% of whatever you make, and it goes directly into the fleet supply. And every time you upgrade it, it becomes worse and worse of a penalty. Because I believe it goes all the way up to 75%. So that means 75% of everything you make is not used because it goes straight to fleet upkeep.
Planet development
Which
finished.
I like that sort of system,
Got
but
a job
it's
for
also
me?
pretty painful to try and see how many, like, let's see how many resources
We're
you
underway.
lose per second because of your fleet
Ahead
maintenance.
slow.
It's just kind of
Structure complete.
sad at times because you can get pretty massive amounts of money coming in, and then you see 75% of it is not even going to be used. It's kind of sad, and then the end result's still
Pirate
pretty big,
raiders
which is
are on
nice.
the loose.
Wait, no. Oh my god. They last second sniped these pirate fin.
Where do you need me?
Here, just go to
Ahead slow.
Marshev.
Planet development finished.
Probably gonna go through there again, like they did the last time. I might increase the capital ship number, that would always be useful. So we got about 20 free income total, but if you were to add 17.6 to 8, and then we lose 9% of that. So bigger the number, bigger the number, the bigger is taken away, and then its percentage increase. It sucks even more because even more is taken away, and you got less spending money, but at least you got a big fleet.
Research
Metals
complete.
crashed once again. Metal's very unreliable market in this game. Crystal tends to stay expensive unless you like physically force it down, but metal seems to always be
All
crashing
hands.
as a result of
Prepare for phase jump.
actions of other people, I guess. We actually have Arctic colonization this time, correct? So it does appear to be the case. And I get crystal extraction, metal extraction. But I'm gonna leave this part, I guess, here. Leave a like, a comment, or a subscription if you're feeling generous. So, see you all then.